6 reasons why your erg is destroying your water speed. There are probably a few more, but we're going to go with 6. Hey, this is Infinite Rowing, and are we even suggesting that the erg might need to be avoided? I'm so sorry, but this just isn't working anymore. Are we denying the fact that the erg is a vital part of any rower's training regime? Are we saying that the erg might be bad? No, we're not suggesting that.
Oh, thank God.
But you have to realize that if you're spending a lot of time on the erg, there's a good chance that it's causing a few performance issues in the boat.
Performance issues.
And here are some reasons why. Sequencing the drive. On the erg, there is no effective anchor point in the water that you need to propel yourself past, and there are no catch or finish angles either. Basically, all you have to do is get that flywheel up to speed as quickly as possible and keep it there as long as possible. So adding your body swing to your legs can be done from the moment you start the drive. In the boat, you have to be a lot more delicate about how you find connection. You can't just brutalize the front end the same way you can on the erg. You then have to add consistently increasing pressure through the leg drive while holding your core in position so that your upper body can swing in conjunction with your legs through the perpendicular. This effectively allows you to accelerate through the optimal part of the drive. Quick hands away. The bungee almost promotes quick hands away by pulling your hands forward with more force when it is stretched to its fullest. As you know, we don't believe in quick hands away. Rather let your hands move out and float the first part of the recovery as you rock your pelvis forward, moving the weight onto the front of the seat before you effect the draw. The draw. Unless you are rowing with sliders or have a dynamic erg, it's possible to lose all feeling for the draw of the boat underneath the momentum of your body weight. On a static erg, you really are moving up and down the slide, with your body weight moving forward during the recovery rather than getting the feel for slipping the boat underneath yourself to maintain or even increase boat speed. What happens during the recovery can drastically affect all the hard work that you've just put in during the drive, so learning to maintain the run is vital. Linear movement. Movement on the erg is strictly linear, whereas in the boat your hands are following oar handles, which are on one radius or two, depending on whether you are rowing, sweep or sculling. To extend your length on the erg, all you need to do is lean further forward and backward. But in the boat, you will get more effective length by sitting up, pushing your hands around the arc at the front, and pulling outwards on the oar handles at the back. Not only will this give you a stronger body position, but it will also allow for quicker transitions between the work and the recovery. Wheel spinning. Because the erg is driven by a chain connecting the athlete to the flywheel, it is possible for you to slam into the footboard and start adding lashings of power from the moment you start the drive. If you try that in the boat, you will end up moving the water but not the boat, resulting in a huge amount of energy expenditure for very little reward in terms of boat speed. Getting a boat moving is like pushing a car on a gravel road. You have to be very careful about finding the connection, gathering the boat up and squeezing it through the drive. This will be a much better use of your energy. Transferring body weight. Throwing your weight forward and almost rebounding off the footplate at the catch might be a very effective way to move a flywheel. And with the erg planted firmly on the floor, there is no penalty for slumping your upper body down into the finish. This is certainly not the case in the boat. You have to establish connection before you put any pressure on the footplate, or all you will be doing is pushing the boat backwards through the water. Pulling up at the finish and maintaining as much of a horizontal movement as possible will keep the boat trimming flat rather than pushing the bow into the water and creating additional resistance on the hull. So, unless you want to become a full-time indoor rower,
I think not.
we suggest you keep in mind the way the boat works and the way the water feels when you're spending time on the erg.
Absolutely, we'll do that.
Row the erg the way you would row a boat. Otherwise, you're going to end up rowing the boat the way you row the erg.